this concept of leverage points. So if we could focus on that maybe a bit, like the leverage points within the higher education system, how could sustainability research become more important within our universities and colleges? Which concrete steps have you already taken and which have been successful? Can you share some good practices on that?
I think to answer this question, it's really important to mention the role of the think tank Transition Ugent. Since 2012, a group of we call frontrunners, consisting of people from the central administration of our university, professors, postdoc researchers, PhD researchers, students of our university, and so on. These frontrunners have initiated a bottom-up process to foster sustainability at Ghent University. So it's not a top-down strategy; it's really bottom-up. And I must say that this process has been strongly supported by the university's environmental coordinator and also by our own research center, the Center for Sustainable Development. So at the moment, Transition Ugent, so this think tank, engages over 250 academic students and people also from the university management. And this think tank, this open network of frontrunners, has produced two memorandums, one in 2013 and one in 2015, I think. So two reports for the top of our university with visions, with pathways, with actions on energy of our own university buildings, on food, in our own campus restaurants, on mobility, on waste, but of course also on the core business of our university, namely research and education. So for research and also for the others, we organized dozens of roundtable exercises between 2012 and 2014 on different fields of actions. So I said also on research. And for research, we started with the critical analysis of the current situation of our research system and what were the problems. I would check the report. The first was the compartmentalization of research. So researchers stay most of the time within their pillar, so they stay only in their research fields. Second one was the lack of student involvement in research. Of course, there are huge differences between educational programs. Also, there was a lack of cooperation between business and government. So it's again in general, because also we see difference between disciplines. And there was also a lack of focus on societal relevance. We see sometimes also exceptions, but then sometimes we see that innovation becomes a goal in itself, or is it framed within a search for economic growth. And of course, we see also the output-driven research culture. And then we see especially the problem concerning the publish or perish debate, so what we call the web of science religion. So that was the problem analysis, the system analysis. Then the next meetings, the next roundtable exercises focused on the vision we want, on relevant objectives for sustainability research. We did that also for the other teams. And our results for research were quite broad formulated. We want a focus on socio-ecological challenges within our research at our university. We also argue in favor of the use of societal relevance as a key criteria for research. For instance, for evaluation of proposals, PhDs, promotions, etc. And we also think that an inter- and transdisciplinary research must be considered as something mainstream. So not just as a niche or a side event. So we need a good balanced mix between monodisciplinary, multi and inter and transdisciplinary research. And of course, last one, it's also necessary to perform our research in a sustainable way. So don't fly every year to the other side of the world. And at the end, we had some round tables where we defined actions, transition pathways, and experiments to create a shift from the current situation towards the research model we really want. So the actions proposed by the Ghent University Transition Initiative, we focused on first a research call that maybe can provide incentives for transdisciplinary research on sustainability issues. For instance, we had a plea for financial means from our own university research fund to prepare, for instance, a Horizon 2020 initiative. So support to elaborate an inter- and transdisciplinary project proposal on wicked issue, for instance, on sustainability. So, but to be honest, at the moment, we didn't really manage to achieve success on that track. So we also plea for a reform of the what I already called the formal evaluation criteria. But it's also a hard thing to change because of a lot of lock-ins. So big, for instance, big research groups are not willing to change the established order. So the current win-win situation is quite positive for them, so they don't want to change. Another proposal focuses on the support for what we call broad inter- and transdisciplinary research platforms on sustainability issues. And I think the good thing here is that we were able to create a network on sustainability education, and more exactly on education in the face of wicked issues. It is a network funded by our own university, by an own university fund. So here we are a little bit on track. And not really funded by our own university, not in a direct way, but just because we want it. We are people from Transition Ghent. We started within the context of Transition Ghent, a kind of what we call a multi- and transdisciplinary platform on one theme, namely sustainable cities. And yeah, on that track we are quite at the beginning, but it seems promising.